March 17th this year, I turned 40 alone. 3 phone calls, no gifts or cards. What I did get was a visit from a carpenter telling me that the house I had moved into just 3 weeks earlier, after having been homeless for 5 months and for the 4th time in my life, the house was in such bad shape, he told me to move. That was my final last drop. That was the day I decided that no matter what, no matter the cost, I had to change just about everything in my life that had gotten me to that point. There are already a ton of videos on YouTube telling you how to change your life. Change your life in 30 days, change your life in 90 days. This is not going to be one of those videos. Instead, I'm going to share with you my personal 100-day challenge that ended up changing my life forever. The hope in me coming on here and sharing this with you, the journey and the results, is that it can give you inspiration and motivation to go for the life that you want. But first, in case we don't already know each other, hello, I'm Lilli, dream life coach, multi-passionate, multi-creative, recovering screen addict, artist and cat mom from and living in Norway. This channel started out as a knitting podcast in 2016, almost 10 years ago to the day, which is absolutely crazy to think about. But after a long break and a few flopped attempts at returning to YouTube, I am finally ready and able and superbly exciting to be back. However, that being said, the journey from here is going to be a little bit different because I haven't just been on a break. I have been on a life-changing journey that just got wrapped up in a chapter-wise way with a 100-day challenge that I am here to talk to you about today. Summer 2020, I came face to face with and battled my way through screen addiction, all alone while isolated from the world during you-know-what time. That led to a self-development quest. I dove into topics like neuroscience and philosophy, positive psychology, and getting myself 2 certifications as a life coach. I got reacquainted with my true self, my soul, my dreams, values, goals, and passions, and the universe. Truth be told, it's been a very lonely and quite confusing roller coaster to be on. I have revealed numerous suppressed traumas while growing personally and mentally, while simultaneously coming to terms with some realities and facts that were hard to accept, and yeah, they were hard to accept, but also very necessary for me to be able to move on to the next chapter. When I turned 40 this year, I found myself in a state for the first time in 4 decades of really longing. I was longing to belong. I was longing for safety and stability. Ooh. And of course, I was longing to just live out my dreams that I kept visiting only through daydreams. There's a wasp on my phone. Please don't come to me. No, I think it's gone. They get so angry. Like I said, my 40th birthday was the final drop. That was the moment I knew that this is it. It's now or never. This is where I have to really start making the changes I've been scared to change, so that I can live the life that I actually dream of and deserve. And so that's when I started playing around with the idea of this 100-day challenge of mine. The woman I was 100 days ago and how I got there is a 40-year-long story. And it's rather impossible for me to wrap that all up in one watchable YouTube video. What I will say though is that if I am lucky enough to one day turn 80, I have spent half that time already. I had 0 wishes for my future to be anything like my past. Absolutely 0. And also, I was at that point 100 days ago still recovering from a burnout that, knocked me off my feet back in the autumn 2024. And burnouts has kept happening to me throughout my adult life because I've been living in a very strong fear of making the changes I needed to make in order to live a better and a good life. I grew up a very traumatized child and teen. I've always had some sort of chronic pain, fatigue, and I've survived so much trauma over such a long period of time that psychologists refer to my case as extremely complex and difficult. I have been financially poor, not soulfully, but financially poor, my entire life. And at the age of 30, May 1st, 2016, I was declared by the conventional systems that I was disabled because I was unable to take on any conventional job out there. So after an 11-year-long battle with any kind of system that you can possibly imagine, they labeled me disabled. On top of that, during these past 6 years on all the mindset journeys I have been on, I realized I have never felt safe or fully accepted in any relationship or situation in my offline life. In 2024, my psychologist at the time said, "No wonder you are exhausted. You've been living your whole life in survival mode." That struck a very painful and necessary chord for the chapter ahead. Although the first 4 decades of my life were spent mostly in darkness, it hasn't all been shadow. I am blessed by the universe with an immense strength. That took a lot of work to realize and say out loud, but I am so strong. And I am proud of being so strong. I'm finally there that I can say that now. I am naturally interested in and feel joy by a lot of things. Creativity, nature and animals, Mother Earth, spirituality and psychology, neuroscience, mindset, and an always growing curiosity and interest for learning new things. I believe with my whole heart and being that this multi-potentialite that I am, I love the word by the way, multi-potentialite, rolls so nicely off the tongue. I do believe that being a multi-interested woman and multi-creative woman has been part of how I have been able to hold my head above water for all these years and stand tall through the worst of storms. I would like to say though that one of the best things, and I'm sitting on a rock, it's hard. It's hard on the hours. One of the best things that has happened to me during these years was starting this YouTube channel. Because in building this community, I found a safe space. Somewhere where I could just be myself, say and do what felt natural in the moment at any given time. I could finally just follow my flow. I found women and gathered women from all around the world here with a shared interest of creativity, and back then just knitting. I still recognize people in the comment sections in this community, and I still remember conversations I've had with multiple of you who are here subscribed today when I'm releasing this video. I still remember that. That can only happen through genuine connection, and that makes me so humble and so proud. It literally fills my heart with such joy that we were able to create that together. But when I discovered that I needed to go on a self-development quest, I really needed to take a break from creating content here on YouTube. What I learned from numerous flopped attempts at returning to YouTube is that I don't want to let this go. I do not want to let go of creating content for YouTube. Being a content creator is part of what I want to do and achieve with my life. And according to my manifesting generator chart in human design, if you're familiar, it's actually also a way for me to live out my life's purpose, which is, no pressure here, lead by example. Yeah, no pressure. And I realized that it might sound strange to some out there that others like myself only at 40 realize, some realize it later, that some of us later in life realize what we want to do with our lives instead of, when we're 18 or 20. But I'm ballparking here, but I'm guessing that with myself included, millions out there are never asked what they want to do with their lives. Ever. And for many of us, we are unable to live by society's standards and norms and expectations because of things like health challenges. Touching upon that, rigid systems and people's prejudice and hate towards people who for whatever reason can't or won't live by society's standards and norms in the conventional ways, that hate that they portray, it paints a very, very nasty picture of complete illusion that those of us who don't want to or can't live a conventional life are out of options, or we have to struggle. So I believed for almost the first full 4 decades of my life that I had no other options than to live in chronic pain and poverty, financial poverty. Luckily, today I know a whole lot better. As I was entering this challenge, I had one question only. How much can my life really change in 100 days? And in case you want to try having one of these challenges yourself one day, no matter how many days you choose, I want to quickly touch a little bit upon habits. You will hear a lot of coaches, creators, and entrepreneurs say that if you just find your why, you're good to go. That's what's gonna be so powerful for you, that you're just gonna be able to make the changes that you need to make in order to, change your life and all yada yada yada. Now, I am a certified life coach, and I call BS because, yeah, sure, that may work for some, but let me tell you, from a neurodiverse perspective, that's not always the case. So during these past 6 years, I've read a lot of research papers because sadly they don't come in audio. Just throwing that out there. And a lot of research say that, it takes 21 days for habits to manifest as automations in your brain and your system. And others say and claim that it will take 100 plus days. Now, as odd as that might sound, that actually makes complete sense. And here's why. We are not the same. We are individuals, my friend. So we don't have the same history, starting point, circumstances. Of course, it's gonna vary. And I also believe, and this is probably me poking the hornet's nest with both my hands and putting my head in there, but I believe firmly within my heart and soul that as the world has unfolded into what it is today, it has led to a global pandemic of instant gratificationitis, if you will. And I also believe that impacts if we take a chance or action towards living the dream that we carry, in our brains through the daydreams and in our hearts, and we just think about the dreams and we sigh about the dreams, but we don't take action to get there. And I believe that the instant gratificationitis is definitely a word, and is definitely something that impacts us, whether or not we take the chance to live our dream. When you go to change your life in a challenge like this, it is important to set yourself realistic goals. And even though it might feel like everything has to change like it did for me, it is important to not try to change everything all at once, though. So what I did was that I set myself some attainable and achievable goals for my challenge, and then I devoted my full attention and energy towards those for 100 days. Here's the thing, the outcome of such a challenge is, after all, a changed life on an everyday basis afterwards. It's not like you're gonna do a 100-day challenge or however many days you might choose for your own personal challenge, and then afterwards go back to your starting point. Nah. Nope. Regardless of if you choose 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days, those days are the beginning of the rest of your life. Okay, so my 5 personal goals for this 100-day life-changing challenge was as follows. 1, I wanted to reawaken my inner creator and return to YouTube. 2, I wanted to feel better mentally. Now, even though I took 2 coaching certifications as a way to help myself in a period of my life where I had acute need, on paper, by psychologists and doctors, acute need for trauma therapy, I was denied the therapy. I kid you not, I have this in writing too. I was denied the therapy because I was lacking financial and housing stability. And even though I had learned a lot and implemented a lot from what I had learned through the coaching journey, I still needed something more. And 3, which is a spiritual one, which I wanted to do since I was about 10 years, so 30 years going on now. I wanted to learn more about tarot cards, learn to use and connect more with my intuition. And of course, then also on top of that, the oracle cards. I don't know how long oracle cards have been a thing, but I wanted to also include that. So oracle cards and tarot cards, and work on my own intuition and connection to the universe. And number 4, what I wanted to work on for this 100-day challenge of mine was to set a foundation for a multi-passionate, creative, and coach work from home business, which is a complete mouthful, I know, but I also wanted it to suit my needs, my health, and my personality. And finally, number 5, I wanted to find a long-term, safe, stable home situation where I could live, thrive, and heal for years to come. We are finally at the results part. First of all, this 100-day challenge completely changed my life in ways that I could not ever have prepared for or foreseen in any kind of way. It all ended up being so much more positive than I could ever have dreamed up in my mind. And this challenge ended up bringing some of, if not the biggest victories so far in my life. The first victory is that, of course, and very obviously, I am here. I'm back on YouTube. I have not felt this excited about YouTube since before I quit in 2020. And I have such a crystal clear vision now and purpose and goal for it. Not just me and the channel, but what I want to share with the world. Number 2. I overcame a massive fear and took some seriously radical action, which ended up improving my mental health in such a way, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It improved my mental health so much, I no longer need trauma therapy. I just need therapy. I cannot begin to tell you how big of a win that is. I am so freaking proud and excited about this fact, and it feels like a curtain has lifted. The fog has gone away. It's like the boat has stopped going like this. I can finally sit a little steady. It is absolutely fucking amazing. This also proved to me that the past 6 years of self-development questing that I've been doing, it has not been wasted. I have learned, understood, and implemented the right things to live a better life. If I look back 6 years now, I mean, oh hell, just 100 days from, into the past, it's just, I need a moment. I am so proud. Oh. I needed that win. Yep. That being said, though, if you need psychologists, if you need mental help, please do not be scared of reaching out to get it. You're worth it. You are worth feeling better about yourself and your world. Don't use self-development or whatever coaches are saying online and creators, what they share, as the Bible. Don't take what they say for granted, because we are all on individual journeys and we all need different things. Like I said earlier in the video, we all have different circumstances. So what you need, just seek out professional help over online forums and just listening to us. This is just me sharing my experience. If in your case you experience what I did, that you were denied help, don't stop looking for it. Just because 1 or 2 professionals say no doesn't mean that there's not a professional out there for you. The next, tarot and oracle cards, I am far from mastery. But let me tell you, it was so much easier for me to look at the cards, which are gorgeous, by the way, honestly. Such magnificent cards. It was so much easier to just look at the cards and listen to the author, the artist and the author, talk about the cards and the symbolism in them, what she was thinking and feeling when she made them. and how my own intuition, kind of connected to that. And also, I find it very, very satisfying to feel my own intuition naturally kicking in and just connecting whenever I pull out the cards and, well, the decks that I have. And I've also learned that I work better with ocean themed and blue and green themed cards. I don't know why that is. If anyone else out there are, tarot carders, terminology check. If anyone out there love tarot and oracle cards, let me know if that is a thing for you too. If there's certain artwork or colors that you are more drawn to in your decks. We are at number 4, which was the work from home business situation that I wanted to create for myself. I have been able to build a foundation for a multi-passionate work from home business situation that suits my health, my dreams, my goals, my situation, and personality. Now here's the thing, for 3 years, I have tried doing this, following healthy, neurotypical women's business advice. And that's not to say that's anything wrong with that, unless of course you're not neurotypical. I'm not, I'm neurodivergent. So every time I tried implementing what I learned, I took a heavy face plunge and a little bit of crack to my pride. I finally figured out I was neurodivergent. Well, that solved a lot of problems for me. So to be happy in my own foundation, I finally figured out how to do it for me. I ended up breaking just about every conventional business rule out there. Which is lovely. I don't need the typical hustle. It's not my style. I am pivoting though. I am not coming back just to talk about creativity. Most of you will know me as a knitter with numerous other yarn creative hobbies and interests. But that is just a fraction of who I am. And after years, almost 4 decades in shadow, I just want to shine a light from every corner of my heart. Let love light carry. I probably can't sing that song because, YouTube is going to strike me with copyright. Yeah, so I just want to shine my light now and just be 100% me with all that entails. And to do that, I needed to fully embrace being a multi-potentialite, multi-passionate woman, which I have finally done, which another win. I didn't set out for that as a goal, but I ended up there and it was marvelous. And so, because it has been a part of my 100-day challenge making this foundation, I'm gonna tell you everything I have made for my foundation. So please consider this me shamelessly and very proudly sponsoring my own video. Before I start diving into what I've made, I want to also say that I've grown very, very passionate over the past years in helping other multi-interested creative women live their dream life. Because so many of us just aren't and didn't. Because let's face it, way too few women out there are living their actual dreams. I've also grown very passionate these past 6 years after diving into self-development and, downloading all the freebies and taking all the courses and the master classes. I have missed one thing that I have implemented in my own business. I think there's a huge gaping hole in the world of entrepreneurism. So what I'm doing is that whenever possible, so except for knitting patterns, I am also adding audio versions to everything that I make. And that way I can also help women with dyslexia, with vision problems, concentration problems, difficulties learning, or if you're just like me, prefer listening to audio and you learn better that way, got you covered. The first thing I made has been a 6-year-long project, and I am so excited about this one. Ebook and audiobook. 555 screen-free activities so that you can steal my motto of scrolling less, living more. And I am so excited about this project. Like I said, it's been a 6-year-long project, and to just have it there done on the computer as I'm sitting here talking to you right now is amazing. I love it. I am so excited to share that with you. It's also going to be available in printer-friendly versions, so you don't have to use your device to access it. And I've added some bingo boards in there as well so that you can start playing and having fun off screens right away. I have made a few mindset and creative resources, and I have rebranded a handful of my old Nordic Stitches patterns. I had over 70 patterns. Not all of them are going to come back, but I'm rebranding a few of them, and I've started with a few, which are going to come back very soon. And I've also started to realize a dream that I've had for a few years now, to make guided meditations. I have been using guided meditations every morning and evening since 2016, and it has done wonders both for my energy during the day, but also my sleep. Also coming up is a warm, positive, inclusive, friendly, meta-free community for multi-interested creative women dedicated to or already living their unconventional dream life. You will not find bots, ads, or spam in there. No, not gonna be welcome. Also, I've had a whole lot of fun batching audio newsletters. So I've created a series called Monday Mindset Boost. This is a series where I use my knowledge and skills as a coach to help you on every Monday through audio to kickstart your week and stay focused on your dreams and goals. Now, just to be sure to say this starts already on Monday. So in just a few days from when this video goes up. So make sure to scan a QR code here somewhere on the screen if you're, like me, watch this on TV. Or you can also find it in the pinned comment and description box below. If you've been subscribed to any of my newsletters before, you need to resubscribe. This is a completely new and very different journey I'm setting out on. It's another quest. I really like that word, quest. It is a very new and different journey, and I'm not gonna reach out to hundreds of people asking for permission to copy and paste them into this new chapter and then start emailing them. That's gonna end me in spam. I don't wanna go there. So if you've been subscribed before, just go in and subscribe again. And that way you will also be able to catch one of those early birds that are going to be flying out very soon. All of this is going to launch later this August because I want to launch it as a celebration for the biggest win of this challenge. Of course, I saved the best for last. So, after 4 rounds of homelessness, a ton of shitty houses and very shady landlords, I have finally manifested a safe, long-term, and stable home that I can live in for years to come. And I am so excited to take you on that next chapter and take you on a house tour. So yeah, that is coming up. I'm moving just a few days from when you see this video. So obviously a lot can change in 100 days if you allow it to. You're open to it. And of course you take action and set things in motion. This challenge hasn't just changed my life. It has strengthened my inner why. The reason for everything I do got so much stronger just from these 100 days. And after the move, I'm going to share my life and my thoughts and, perspectives on life and all the things. I'm a multi-potentialite now, openly. I just came out of the closet. Oh, about that, this is a safe space. I'm not just a neurodivergent, I'm also a child of the rainbow. So, yeah, important to say that in these very strange times. So I hope that you will join that part of the journey, of course, as well. I have complete understanding if you don't, because this is a pretty big pivot that I'm doing. And then I want to talk a little bit about the crazy amount of synchronicities from the universe along this 100-day challenge, because it has brought goosebumps to a whole other level for me. Originally, I planned to start this challenge of mine on April 1st. However, on April 1st, I took a superbly bad fall down the stairs Luckily, nothing but my pride broke. And I got a superbly, almost the entirety of half my butt was covered in a bruise. I was on bed rest for almost 2 weeks. Ow! I'm just grateful I didn't hit my head, because that I would not be sitting here today if I'd had. I decided then to start May 1st instead. And I was thinking that it's actually very fitting to start May 1st, to start reclaiming my life on May 1st, because I was labeled disabled by the conventional systems back in 2016 on May 1st. So it was very poetic in a way for me to be able to start reclaiming myself and the process of building my dream life on May 1st, just 10 years later. Oh, nei, Billa. Du skal ikke være her. Hallo. Oh. Kan du fly? There she goes. Okay, now I really know that you don't have to start anything on certain dates or days on the calendar or even hours during the day. However, I have something that one of my psychologists has referred to as a charming dose of OCD, whatever the hell that means. I refer to it as the devil. But I quite literally have a little touch of OCD. And one of the things that has brought is this weird obsession with startup dates. I need to break that at some point. If I was able to stop biting my nails and quit smoking on the day, I should be able to start on whatever day with whatever thing I want to do. Right? Isn't that how it works? I say it and I just... A few days into the challenge, I realized that the L that I've been signing my artwork with since 2022, because I reclaimed being an artist back then, it hides almost like an artistic little eternity symbol. Eternity symbols represents limitlessness and endless possibilities, which this challenge has shown me is truly, true and possible. A few days after that, YouTube suggested a video to me about birth numbers. Now, numerology and we are not friends. I get so confused. It's like my brain turns into Teflon whenever numbers come up. But I got curious, For some reason, it just piqued my interest. So I clicked, and it turns out that my birth number is 8. So the eternity symbol just upright. Birth number 8 means, I'm going to use my cheat sheet here, ambition. And this challenge has really showed me that I have a ton of ambition. I just didn't know it. It was just hidden underneath. Then YouTube suggested another video to me. Life path numbers. Now, since I was already on the edge of the rabbit hole, I decided I might as well jump in. So I did. I watched the video. Turns out my life path number, also 8. That is about navigating power and wealth. Now, I'm not financially wealthy. However, I used my power to create the change, and as a result, I am more mentally wealthy than I have ever been in my life. It also opened my eyes to the fact that I have a few money mindset blocks that I did not know was there, meaning I could point at them finally and just work on them, which as a result ended up with me no longer being afraid of chasing financial freedom. My goodness, the liberation that came with that was amazing. Going from knowing that you can go from financial poverty to financial freedom, there's something about going from knowing to feeling the possibilities. This kind of piqued my curiosity. L, hidden eternity symbol, 8 on the side. Life path number 8, birth number 8. So I got curious. So I pulled out the calendar and found myself, and I say this as found myself because I don't think I really thought about this. I just did it. I started counting the days in the calendar from May 1st when I started this challenge. It ends today on August 8th. 8/8. I have goosebumps where hair doesn't even grow. I mean, come on. Oh, what's special about 8/8, August 8th? It's known as the Lion's Gate, which is the portal for heightened spiritual energy, manifestation, spiritual and personal transformation. That literally sums up this whole challenge and brings my last 10 years complete circle. So to recap, I was declared disabled May 1st, 2016. The signature L that I have used to sign my artwork since 2022 resembles an eternity symbol, artistic art, but it got me interested. Fall down the stairs, delayed my startup day to May 1st, making it an epic way to start the challenge to reclaim my day on the same day they took my power away, on paper. And then also ending the challenge then on August 8th, today, 8/8. So birth number 8, Lionsgate 8/8, life path number 8, signature 8, and if that wasn't enough, to this year 26, 8. No way, no way, no way, that was all a coincidence. I refuse to believe that. That was all by the universe. I'm like a puppet on the strings. Again, I have goosebumps where hair doesn't even grow. I mean, talk about full freaking circle. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up now before the wind actually steals my hat, and go home to my cat before the rain comes in. However, I want to say just thank you so much for having spent some of your non-refundable time with me here today. I do not take that for granted. I am very humbled and honored that you chose to do that. If you feel inspired by this video, if you liked this video, if you're excited about reconnecting through this video and me returning to YouTube finally, then feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button, and maybe even share this video with a friend or two, because interaction like that, it doesn't just, boost my ego, but we are able, you and I, to have an actual conversation, turning this from a monologue to a conversation. And also, it tells the YouTube brain, also known as the boring algorithm, that this video might actually be interesting and valuable for other women. So it might push it to other women too, who might need a little boost to change their lives. Isn't that wonderful how that works? I would love for you to share your dreams in your comments. Make sure to subscribe and tickle the notification bell. That way you tell YouTube that you want to see my videos, because sadly we're at a place today where being subscribed sadly isn't enough. So make sure you've subscribed, you tickle the notification bell, choose all alerts. I'm not going to spam you, I promise. And that way you and I can meet each other again in the next video when my video shows up in your subscription feed. And of course, you want to do that, be subscribed and have the bell tickled, because there's an upcoming house tour you're not going to want to miss. Did I mention I'm moving? Did I? Oh! Make sure that you sign up for Monday Mindset Boosts and Early Birds through the QR code or the links in the description box or pinned comment. Anyway, I'd like to know all the things. Let's have a conversation. Drop a comment down below. I am high on life at the moment. I'm gonna log off now and just enjoy the things going on around me. The wind is not cold today. For Norway, the coast of Norway, I cannot tell you how exceptionally rare that is. I'm enjoying every moment of it. Until next time, which is not too many days from today, be kind, be good. Spread love, light, and acceptance, and embrace diversity, and have yourself an absolutely marvelous day. Days ago? No. Cut. You're Oh, that's soft. Lovely. Then YouTube video. Higher. Up. My mind. This is gonna take forever to edit. Don't know why I'm turning into a Disney princess. Probably the hat.